Hey, my name is Forrest, and in this guide I'm going to show you how I fully AFK crystal shapeshifters for 450 kills an hour, over 10 million GP profit per hour, and a whole lot of XP. Before continuing, make sure you have the requirements on screen now. On screen now is the gear you'll want to have. Starting with a weapon, I'm using an Inquisitor Staff augmented with Precise 6, Ruthless 1, and Aftershock 4. For this specific method, you will not be able to downgrade this to any other weapon. For your helmet, body, gloves, and boots, you'll want attuned crystal armor. If you don't already own the armor, don't worry, the standard armor is tradable and provides all the same bonuses with just slightly less armor rating, and after using the standard armor for a little more than 2 hours here, you should have enough crystals to purchase the 4 armor pieces you need. For my legs, I'm using Dinosaur Chaps augmented with Scavenging 4 and Absorptive 4. These can be replaced with other tank chaps like Death Lotus or Active Tempest, but Dinosaur Chaps provide a much lower charge drain rate while still offering sufficient defensive bonus. I'm using a Guthix book with pages. The pages are cheap and account for an additional 30 kills per hour, making them very worthwhile to use. In my rune pouch are Fire Runes and Death Runes to cast Bloodburst. For my necklace, I have an Arcane Blood necklace. A Blood Fury would also work here. You can get away with an Amulet of Souls, however I don't recommend it because you'll be getting less kills per hour and your health may be harder to sustain. I'm wearing a Luck of the Dwarves since shapes have access to the random drop table. And lastly, bring your best magic offensive cape. I use my Kiln Cape. Additionally, for this method, you'll need both the Berserker's Fury and the Death Ward relics. The inventory is very simple. I have Holy Overloads for the extent of my stay, Potion Reservoirs to help with AFK, Noted Drops for all of their drops, an XP Capacitor for additional income, a Sailfish for Panic Food, Slayer Codex for a teleport to the Personal and Slayer dungeon, a Spring Cleaner for the salvage drops, an Ancient Elven Ritual Shard in case my prayer drops at all, and an Enhanced Excalibur for healing. I highly recommend using a Penance Aura here. It's going to allow you to sustain your prayer for the entire hour or duration of the aura, and otherwise you're going to have to bring Restore Flasks, which are far less AFK and put you at risk of dying if your prayer drops. Before you get started with this method, you're going to need 5 Crystal Shapeshifter Souls placed within the small room of your personal and Slayer dungeon. Additionally, you're going to need to toggle on the aggressiveness of the Crystal Shapeshifters. You can do this by talking to Angoff, who's located in the northeastern corner of Tardiad. Crystal Shapeshifters can be difficult to survive, which is why this method relies on Legacy Bloodburst to sustain your health. However, Bloodburst is not enough healing on its own, which is why it is absolutely necessary to have your prayers up and your stats overloaded. If you die here for any reason, the cause will more than likely be from your prayer or overloads running out. Your health is going to fluctuate a lot here, but don't panic. Personally, I use the Alt-1 AFK Warden to alert me when my health goes below 30% so I can use my Enhanced Excalibur and make sure my prayer and overloads are still active. It's by no means necessary, but it provides a nice safety net. When you're ready to start, stand outside of your small room and make sure you're in Legacy Combat. Make sure your Auto Retaliate is on and that you have Bloodburst selected in your spellbook. Then, before entering, activate your prayers, Guthix Book, Aura, and Overloads. Then enter the room and make your way to this corner. You may have to click multiple times because the Crystal Shapeshifters will frequently stun you. Once you're tucked in the corner, you're good to go. Just open your area loot and hit space every few minutes to pick up the drops. In 1 hour, you can expect to kill 450 Crystal Shapeshifters and earn around 11 mil GP in profit. The profit is split evenly between standard noted drops, salvage, and crystals. The crystals are untradeable on their own, but you can use them to purchase crystal armor pieces which are tradable. You can go to the Crystals wiki page to determine which armor piece will give you the most value per crystal. These crystal armor items sell slowly, but they do sell, so don't feel the need to panic sell them for way less than their value. At a worst case scenario, purchasing crystal helmets and alching them will give you a value of 2k per crystal, which prevents them from ever crashing too hard. Additionally, you can expect 1.6 million combat XP an hour, with 1.2 million of that being magic or defense, and 400k being HP. If you're on a Slayer task, this method is nearly 600k Slayer XP an hour, making it one of the best tasks for XP. If you're interested in specific in-depth numbers including GP calculations at the time of this video, I'll include a paste bin in the description with my scribbles and notes from testing for this video. I also tested different variables such as weapon poison, a Zamorak book, and a Blood Reaver familiar, but determined that the setup I included was the best profit and also kept it as AFK as possible. I'd also like to thank Wuzwer. He posted a video on this method previously, and I wanted to make an updated guide with my findings from 60,000 crystal shape skills. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment and I'll do my best to reply. Best of luck and much love.